Good morning, children. This is Pardhasaradhi sir, a physical science teacher. I am here to explain Unit 11 from 9th class, which is called as heat. What is meant by heat? How can we define heat? Heat is nothing but what? It is a form of energy. A form of energy which causes sensation of hotness or coldness. Which causes sensation by touch. Whether the body is hot or the body is cold. Example. If you go to the kitchen there itself, if mama is preparing some food items on surface of a stove, and mama said you to bring a tiffin box, the tiffin, that means what she has prepared on the stove, without bring it to the dining table. By holding a holder, we'll bring it up. If you doesn't use holder there directly, if you are holding with our hand, what happens? We can process the hotness of the particular body. That is nothing but what? Heat we can give it up. Or next one is what? Coldness. If mama said you to bring ice cubes from the refrigerator, as we go and press that particular ice cube which are existing in the fridge, how they appear? They appear hot? No, children. They appear cold. Very cool they will be existing. It is a form of, that means what? Heat is nothing but what? A form of energy which causes sensation of hotness or coldness of an object or body. That is called as heat, we can give it up. And another definition for heat can be also given as nothing but what? Sum of potential energy plus kinetic energy of molecules is also can be treated as a definition of heat. What is called as potential energy? By the virtue of its state, we'll call it as nothing but what? Potential energy. Water stored on a tank. In a tank. The water, how it will be stored in our house? Water will be stored in water. The top of the building will keep it up in a tank there itself. By the virtue of its state, whatever the energy does it produce, it is called as potential energy. As we fill up the tank, again opening the key, opening the tap there itself. As we are opening the tap, the water which is existing at rest in the tank started motion. They will come down and fill the bucket there itself. That the virtue of motion of the molecules can be given as nothing but what? Kinetic energy. Therefore, heat can be defined as sum of potential energy as well as kinetic energy of the molecules. Also, we can define it up. This heat can also be called as nothing but what? A life-sustaining energy. We can call it up. It is a life-sustaining energy produced by number of effects upon material as well as on living bodies. It is a life-sustaining energy which can be produced by number of effects upon material as well as living bodies. How it can be appear? See here, some effects are taking it up. Change in temperature. Variation change in temperature, or increase in temperature or decrease in the temperature. Holding a hot body, holding a cool body by living organism. That can be studied. There is some effect they can be done. Change in dimensions. As we are heating a body object, its length, breadth as well as width can be get vary. As we are cooling a particular object, its length, breadth, width also will be get vary. Therefore, there will be change in dimensions. Next one is what? Change in state. In which state a particular molecule is existing? Solid state, liquid state or gaseous state? By applying temperature, it can change its state also. Ice convert into liquid, liquid convert into vapor. Changing of its state also can be appear there. Next one is what? Chemical reaction. Change in chemical reaction. We are having different types of reaction. Combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, as well as endothermic reaction, exothermic reaction, heat evolving reaction and heat absorbing reactions. Within that also change in reactions can also be taken place. Change in energy. Energy can be get changed. Potential energy changes to kinetic energy there. Not only that one, change in energy. Electrical energy is changing there itself. By using electrical energy, mechanical motion, how the fan is working there itself, converting electrical energy into mechanical energy. These are some effects what we can study based upon the concept called as heat. This is a general introduction regarding heat. Next one is what? Heat as well as temperature. What is called as heat? Heat is nothing but what? It can be supplied to any body. Generally, how it is supplying? By changing in temperature. How the temperature changes? Either it may increase or it may decrease. Due to change in the temperature of heat can be supplied to any body, which can be studied based upon causes change in temperature, that it may be increasing in temperature or decreasing in temperature of the body. That can be called as nothing but what? Heat we can give it up. Next one is what? Temperature. What is called as temperature? Temperature is called as a physical quantity. So as we are having fundamental quantities as well as derived quantities in physics. Fundamental quantity is a physical quantity which has its own dimensions, such as length, mass, weight. Doesn't depend upon anyone else. We call it as what? Independent of anyone else. We call them as what? Fundamental quantities. Here temperature is also a physical quantity. It is also a physical quantity, same as like length, mass as well as time, which measures, the word measures we are using it up. To measure the degree of hotness as well as coldness of the body. To measure the degree of hotness as well as coldness of the body. How much hot does the body is? How much cool the body is? To measure the temperature, the degree of hotness as well as coolness can be done by one thing that is called as temperature. How can we measure? 3 different scales are existing there to measure temperature. Celsius scale already we have studied in 7th class. Fahrenheit scale. And next one is what? Kelvin scale. By using these 3 scales, we can measure the concept called as temperature. We can measure temperature. By that particular temperature, we can identify how much the body had produced heat or how much the body had cooled the body is. So, heat and temperature both simultaneously, if you study, we can understand much more clearly. This is general introduction regarding our chapter called as heat. The next point, that is what activity 1 will perform. Children, till now we have studied about heat and temperature and their definitions. Now based upon heat and temperature, let me perform first activity which is existing in our textbook. What does this particular activity give information for us? Let me go in depth into that particular topic there. Activity 1. Within activity 1 I have taken 2 materials. First material is good. Second material is what? A metal I have taken. And I am placing at what? At room temperature. I maintain it up. What is the room temperature there? 20 degrees to 22 degrees centigrade. The body is existing. In between temperature of 20 to 22 degrees Celsius scale, that is the room temperature of our room temperature, or 68 Fahrenheit can be called as nothing but what? Room temperature of our room. We can give it up. I have taken two bodies. One is of wood material I have taken. Other one is of what? Metal material, which are existing at room temperature. Then afterwards, what I did itself, I have taken these two materials and placed them in what? A refrigerator, fridge. Inside the fridge, I place it up, where we can condense in the form of ice, where liquid can convert into ice. Within that particular chamber, I place it up. For how many minutes I place it up? For 15 minutes I place it up. After placing 15 minutes there, what happened to this particular temperature of wood as well as metal? Actually they are existing at what temperature? Room temperature. As we are placing in the freeze, in freeze the temperature will be what? Less than room temperature, we can give it up. As it is converting in the form of ice, means what? Temperature will be equal to 0. So the temperature will be less than the room temperature, so that these two metals, as they are having room temperature, gradually reduces its room temperature. Their room temperature, wood material will lose its room temperature, metal also will lose its temperature gradually. After 15 minutes, take out those two materials outside, place it there, and check it up which is cool among these two metals. Obviously, we'll say that when it is word, we'll observe clearly that we will think that both are cool. Yes, both are cool, but among those two metals, among these two substances, which is much cooler? If we go for it, metal is much cooler than that of wood. Why? Question comes in our mind. Why? Why means what? The intermolecular structure of these metals is different. The arrangement of atoms inside the molecule, they are much more different. In metal, variation in arrangement of atoms will be existing, whereas in wood, variation in arrangement of it. Both are made up of different metals, different substances. The internuclear structure inside the molecule will be different. That is first point. It is a wood, it is a metal, it is an insulator, it is a conductor. Conductor will have more number of electrons, insulator will have less number of electrons. As it is having more number of electrons, what happens there? The intermolecular structure of molecule will be differ. As it is having less number of electrons, intermolecular structure will be differ. Due to differing in their nature of the substances, metal will be cooler than that of wood. That is the first thing. Second thing is nothing but what? Why we ask it up? Which is cooler? Metal is cooler, we got it up. Why? Second point. First point what I explained. Intermolecular structure of metal and wood is different. Why? As they are made up of different substances. Wood is different substances, metal is different substances. So here metal, what it will do means what? It loses heat when we touch by our body. When we are touching it up, we are touching and seeing these two metals. One is this material and this material, we are touching and seeing it up. Our body is also having a temperature. Normal human body temperature is what? 37 degrees centigrade, 37 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, if we take it up, 98.6, already we have studied in 7th class. As our body is having certain temperature, and here we place them in cool, fridge, means what? Temperature reduces. Our body is having 37 degree centigrade temperature, 37 Celsius temperature is there, 98.6 Fahrenheit temperature is there. When we are touching these metals, when we are touching metal there itself, what happens there? It loses heat when we touch. it is losing heat when we are touching by the body. When we touch the body, heat flows, what happens itself, from our body to metal. From our body, heat is transmitting to metal. As it is at less temperature, heat is transmitting from our body to the metal. Due to that reason, it appears much more cool for us compared to that of wood. For this body also it is transmitting, but whereas here for metal, as the structure is different and different material it is, so that what happens when we touch, it appears much more cool compared to that of wood. Next one is what would be the reason for this one? Main reason why it is existing, as we are comparing between two materials, one is wood, other one is metal. The degree of coldness of metal is greater than the degree of wood. Why? The structure, it is different material and it is different material. Metals consisting of a large number of conductors, electrons. Insulator consisting of less number of electrons, therefore their nature is also different. Depending upon the nature, we will observe that degree of coldness of metal is greater than that of degree of coldness of wood. That is the reason we can give it up. Third question, we get one more question. Does it have any relation to transfer heat energy from our body? Is there having any relation there? Yes, children, they had a relation. It works upon one principle. The relation is what? It works upon a principle called as calorimetry. What does the principle exist? What does it mean? What is the principle of calorimetry? It is nothing but what? Heat lost by a body. A body, if it is losing heat, other body will be equal to heat gained by the body. If one body is losing heat, simultaneously the other body which is related to this body is gaining heat. Based upon this particular principle, heat flows from our body. As heat is flowing from our body, it appears to, will feel nothing but what it is, cooler. As it is flowing from our body to another body which is not that much cool, that much hot, then what happens? It absorbs that particular heat. As it is absorbing the heat, what happens? We get, when we touch, it appears a little bit cool. That is the first one we can get up. When heat energy enters our body, means when we are touching a body, from that body when heat is entering into our body, then what happens? We will feel hotness based upon one principle. That principle is called as principle of calorimetry. What does it mean? Heat gained by a body is equal to heat lost by a body. Two bodies will be there. Among those two bodies, one body is gaining heat, other body is losing heat. Based upon this particular principle, we can identify whether the body is hot or whether the body is cool. We can identify. Best example, live example, let me give it up. During winter season, what we'll do? We'll keep hot water there itself. As the water is boiling at a temperature of 100 degrees centigrade, the same water can we use it for bath? No. We'll take that water and just we'll keep it will take it into bathroom. Then what we'll do, we'll take some more quantity of cold water and we'll add up together so that a lukewarm nature it has to attain. When I am adding hot water to cold water, hotness is gradually reducing as it is mixing up with cold water. Cold water is absorbing the hotness. That's the reason body appears cool. In that particular, based upon that principle, could lukewarm getting we can take bath. Simultaneously, one more example, let me give it for you. During after washing of our mother at home, she washes clothes. When we have seen that particular clothes, when we touch, as mother washed or else nowadays we are using water, we are using different washing machines, we are using it up. As we are in holidays, Mama asks help of us. Come on, beta, come and just take these bedclothes and dry them in sunlight. When you're drying up in sunlight, the bedclothes, how the bedclothes appears for us? Little bit cool. When you're touching it up, it appears a little bit cool. How we are identifying that coolness? As our body is having 37-degree temperature, normal temperature of human body is 98.6 Fahrenheit or 37 Celsius. As we are touching the body, that body is cooler. The wet cloth is cooler than that of our temperature. From our body, temperature is transmitting to that particular cloth. That's the reason we are feeling coolness. After that, what we are doing? We are keeping it in sunlight. We'll go on to the staircases. From staircases, we'll go up to the building. What we'll do? We'll nicely keep all the clothes there. In the evening time, again, Mama says for us some work. Better go and bring the clothes which are existing in on the up of the building. Then what we'll do? We'll go up. We'll go up and just we'll touch all the clothes and just we'll keep it on our hand. As we are keeping on our hand, what happens? What you will feel? The same feeling what you feel in the morning, the same temperature, the same coolness, can you observe there? No. Why? We'll observe a little bit hot. Means what? That cloth attain more temperature than that of our body. That's the reason as we touch the cloth with the palm and just keeping it on our arm, as we are keeping it up, we'll feel a little bit hotness. That hotness is nothing but what? From that hot body, from that cloth, some temperature, some hotness is entering into our body, enters into our body. Due to that reason, we are feeling hotness. Best example is this. This works upon what principle was I said for you? Principle of calorimetry. What is the principle? Heat gained by a body is equal to heat lost by bodies, or heat lost by a body will be equal to heat gained by a body. By this we understood clearly what the relation does. A heat and temperature exist. This is activity 1. Next topic is thermal equilibrium concept. Thermal equilibrium and thermal equilibrium based upon heat and temperature. We'll study about that particular concept in next class. Thank you, children.